Welcome back to Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. We've got 2 epic dice in the pool. That's pretty cool. We got Fiona over here in between 2 traps. Gurky's back here. We got a glitch moblin up here, and we have a slime number 7 right there. Alright, well, let's begin. First thing we do is invigorate all abilities. Let's go to our player area and do that. Alright, we're invigorating all abilities, so it means one of the cooldown tokens comes off every one of them, and we have a lot of things going on here. Used a lot of abilities last time, so a lot of cooldown tokens coming in. Her big abilities for Fiona still have a couple on them. Yeah, things are not great that way, but there you go. So next up is we roll the scheme dice. We're going to see what the glitch moblin is up to and what the slime is going to do. Alright, let's get out the dice tower here, and we're going to see. Alright, the glitch moblin is going to... Oh, he's doing something different. He's going to move 2 and do a ranged attack, 1 damage. Okay, let's see what is our 1 slime up to. And the 1 slime is going to be doing this one, moving 4 and attacking for 2 damage. Okay, well, that's what's going to be happening. And now we put all the initiative tokens in the bag once again. So we have all the same ones, because we still have all of our enemies there. And we're going to be pulling them out and doing the combat phase. Alright, first token out of the bag is Fiona. Gets her full repertoire of actions. Alright, and Fiona, of course, is here. Let's see what Fiona is going to do. Alright, I think the first thing we're going to do with Fiona for a full action is we're going to have her move. She can move up to 5, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, Fiona's going to move up to 5. She's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, right adjacent to slime number 7. She still has a shenanigan and an action remaining. Alright, for her action, she's going to go ahead and do her straight melee attack. 2 yellow dice, splash 1, but there's no enemies or foes adjacent to slime 7. So it's just going to be 2 yellow dice. So let's get out the dice tray and roll up that attack. Alright, we also have 2 epic dice in the pool, and she's going to use both of them. She's going to do 2 yellow, 2 black against slime number 7. Because we want to just go right ahead and... is that going to work? Yeah, I think that's going to work. So we'll go right ahead and we're going to see if we can just get rid of him. He has 7 health. And we only do 2, 4, 5, 6. No! Used 2 epic dice. We only do 6 damage to slime number 7. And she doesn't have an extra damage token left. She's already spent it at the end of the last episode. So the 6 damage on slime 7. Oh, darn it, we did not totally get rid of that 1 slime. Oh, kind of wanted to do that. Alright, it's back to the initiative bag. Let's see who's going up next. And that would be Gurky. Gurky gets his action or shenanigan. Let's see what Gurky is going to do. Alright, and Gurky's just going to go ahead and spend it as an action for movement. He can move up to 4 spaces, and if he moves through traps, they don't trigger. Alright, let's get to the board and have Gurky move 4. And Gurky's going to move 4 spaces. He's just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember, he can move right through traps. He doesn't trigger them because he has his little thieves' canter. Alright, that was it for Gurky. Back in the bag we go once more for an initiative token. And which one is going next? That is the glitch moblin. He's all by himself, but now he gets to go. Alright, let's take a look and see what he's up to. Alright, well, he is going to move 2 and then range 3 attack 1 figure. Oh, okay, let's have him do that for 1 damage. Alright, well, he's going to move 2, 1, 2, and yes, you can move through acid pools, they don't do any damage. And now he's 1, 2, 3 away from Gurky. So he will give Gurky 1 damage. Let's do it. Well, Gurky is now up to a total of 3 damage from 2. He's got 8 health. And he is going to go right ahead now and spend one of the dodge tokens. Because if we look at the dodge token, evade, discard this token after taking damage from an attack. You avert harm and may leap 2. So he gets to leap 2. Alright, and where Gurky is going to leap, he's just going to leap over the acid pool and leap right beside Fiona. Boom! He's leapt 2 using that dodge token. Alright, that was it. Back in the bag we go. Let's see who's up next, and that will be Fiona. Gets a partial action. Nice. Alright, let's see what Fiona's going to do with her partial action. And I think I forgot to use Fiona's shenanigan. She had a shenanigan left and she never used it, I'm pretty sure, but I'll just ignore it. You don't have to use all your actions and stuff if you don't want to. She just did a big massive attack, but we're going to leave it like that. But now she gets an action or slash shenanigan, and so for her action, she's just going to go right ahead and attack the slime that's right behind her. So her action will be an attack. She gets 2 yellow dice. And of course, the slime is going to expire because it only has 1 health remaining. But what we're looking for on these dice, we want to try and get some of these, at least 1 enthusiasm symbol, because then we'll get an epic die and put back in the pool. Alright, 2 attacks and 3 damage. We don't get an epic dice. Oh well, but we do take out the slime. It is no more. It has been destroyed. So the slimes won't get to go this time. Alright, if we get lucky, which I'm hoping, we have 2 tokens left in the bag. Come on, let's pull the slime token, and we pull out the slimes! Oh yeah, we're getting so lucky with turn order. Alright, the slimes go. Well, guess what? There aren't any. Because Fiona just got rid of that one. Alright, well the last token in the bag for this round is going to be Gurky. Gurky gets his full complement of actions. Now let's go down and see what he is going to do. Alright, Gurky is going to take an action, and with his action he's just going to do a straight up attack. He's going to attack the gravel wall, which means he's going to be rolling 1 yellow die and doing +1 damage, which doesn't matter. So he's just going to be rolling 1 yellow die. That wall's coming down. Alright, he gets to roll 1 yellow die as an attack against the gravel wall. We're looking for the epic die symbol. Come on! Yes, we get it. So we get an epic die in the pool, which is, I'm sure, going to come in very handy. And he does 1 +1. He does 2 damage to the wall. The gravel wall collapses, and now we interrupt Gurky's turn to reinforce the Blob Room. Oh, and this is probably not the greatest of ideas, but oh well. Now that I think about it, if we populate the gelatinous blob, it will actually get a turn. He will get a turn. You know what? We're just going to leave it there. Alright, let's back the camera out. We're going to see what happens when we expose the Blob Room. Yeah, not the greatest wisdom on my part, but we're playing on story mode, so there we go. Alright. And here we go. Reinforce. Upon revealing the room, you encounter a very unwelcome sight, a truly massive slime monster with smaller ones budding off it. The monster jiggles to life upon your entrance. Dust and gravel rain down from above. The ceiling appears to be barely supported by the rotting pillars around the room. Now we got a couple of features in this room. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. Basically the giant blob is trying to escape, and we have to prevent it from doing that. And if you attack and destroy the pillars, they have 3 health. Then because we're in story mode, we'll do 7 damage to the gelatinous blob. It has a 30 health. And here we go. Gelatinous blob will push people around, and it's trying to get into the dripping chamber. So if it can, that's going to be bad. Alright, and then so we're on story mode. We are going to be putting 3 slimes at D, F, and I. We're going to put the gelatinous blob at location C, and 2 traps at G and H. Alright, let me get that room sorted out. Oh, and yes, we are also putting this immediately into the bag. There are no tokens left in the bag, so it's basically we're going to be pulling this token out. It is going to get to go right away as soon as we populate the room. Other thing to keep in mind, the gelatinous blob has 2 toughness markers on it, which means the first 2 attacks against it, no matter whatever damage amount, just gets negated because it's tough. Alright, and then he's going to be appearing. Alright, let me get everything set up, and then we're going to continue on. Well, we're going to continue with Gurky's turn. It's not finished yet. he still has a shenanigan and an action left. And then the gelatinous blob will then go. So I guess I'll put that into the bag just to make sure everything stays organized. All right, let me get the room set up, and then we'll continue on with Gerkie's turn. Oh, and I should say we also have to roll the die to see what the gelatinous blob is going to do. And it gets the cross symbol. So if we look here, let's zoom in a bit and see what it's up to. So yes, it has 30 health, so it's going to push one adjacent figure. So if anyone's adjacent to it, it will push. Then it's going to move one towards the dripping passage. Then it has a range of 3, doing 3 damage to a foe. And if the foe is harmed, it puts a 3 trap in an unoccupied space nearest to the target. Wow! That's pretty nasty. It only has a range of 3, though. We might be able to use that to our advantage. Yeah, we have Gerkie going next. He has an action and a shenanigan left. Well, unfortunately for Gerkie, there's not a heck of a lot he can do. I mean, he can go ahead and do a ranged attack, but we kind of want to leave that. Well, he's not even within 3 of slime. So he can't do that. He could do this one, leap, and that's not going to get him anywhere. He can move. Does he want to move? I don't think he actually does. You know what? For his action, although that's coming off at the start of next turn. Oh man, I'm going to have to think about this. And he has a shenanigan as well. I guess he could leap too. Do we want to do that? You know, I don't know. I'm going to have to come back and see what he wants to do. He's got this before the giant blob goes. We don't want to be within range of the giant blob because that will be bad. So let me think about this. Oh man, I don't know. You know what? I think we are just going to use his action to catch his breath. He'll remove the token off of the leap too. And then I think he will... I think he's just going to give up his shenanigan. We don't want to drink his potion. He's only at 3 damage. You want to drink his potion when he's at 4 or more damage because this heals 4. So he's just going to give up his shenanigan. That's it. Back to the bag we go for initiative. And yep, the only one in there is the big boy himself, the gelatinous blob. Alright, let's go and see what the gelatinous blob is going to do. Alright, the 2 toughness gelatinous blob. So push 1 each adjacent figure. So basically he's going to push any figure adjacent to him 1 space away from him. Then he's going to move 1 towards the dripping passage. And he's got a range of 3, attack 3 for a foe. Nobody's going to be in his range though. So basically what he's going to do on his turn right now, he's going to push the 1 slime that's beside him out of his way. And then he's going to move 1 towards the dripping passage. So let's go ahead and have him do that. Alright, so basically what happens is the massive blob just shoves this guy out of the way, and then he's going to move 1 towards the dripping passage. So right now this wall has not been exposed, so he'd have to go through this way. And if he gets past that green line, if he's past this green line in the objective phase, we lose the game. So we have to basically take him out before he can cross that line. And push and pull abilities only push or pull him 1 space because he's massive. That's another keyword on there. So yeah, so he basically pushes this guy out of his way, and then he's making his beeline here. And remember, he's immune to acid pools and traps as well. So you can walk and step on traps. It doesn't make any difference. All right, we're going to zoom out and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. Alright, well that's going to wrap us up for today. We have the gelatinous blob with 30... Okay, he's got 30 health, but he also has 2 toughness tokens on him. So the first 2 times we do any damage to him, he just shrugs it off. Ooh, he's trying to get past the green line here that you can just see. We're trying to take him down. So that's going to be it. So thanks so much for watching along. This is your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Tales from the Red Dragon, and we're playing Mission 2, Chapter 1, called What Goes Up, and we have a giant blob on the board now, making his way, trying to make his way to the dripping passage. And if we either get Fiona or Gerkie knocked out, on their flipped over side, we lose the game as well. So thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for the continuation.